Are you serious? Are you serious? I've got some information I received from Burke of Canada that is just quite disturbing. The ocean is dying. The Pacific Ocean is dying between Japan and Hawaii, if not further. Get this. This was published by enenews.com. A sailor was on a ship headed back. He's traveled the ocean seas many, many, many times. His own words, quote, "After we left Japan, it felt as if the ocean itself was dead. Nothing alive for over 3,000 miles. No longer saw turtles, dolphins, sharks, birds. Saw one whale, and it appeared helpless with a big tumor on its head." What? Are you serious? Are you serious? Get this. He wrote, "The next leg of the long voyage was from Osaka, apparently Japan, to San Francisco. And for most of the trip, the desolation was tinged with nauseous horror and a degree of fear. After we left Japan, it felt as if the ocean itself was dead. We hardly saw any living things. We saw one whale, sort of rolling helplessly on the surface with what looked like a big tumor on its head. It was pretty sickening. I've done a lot of miles on the ocean, and in my lifetime I'm used to seeing turtles, dolphins, sharks, big flurries of feeding birds. But this time, for 3,000 nautical miles, there was nothing alive to be seen. Is the ocean dying? Is the island of Japan dying? But wait a minute, In place of the missing life, we saw garbage in astounding volumes. And something else, the boat's yellow paint job, faded by sun. It has never faded by sun or sea in years gone past. But it reacted with something in the water off the coast of Japan, losing its sheen in a strange and unprecedented way." Folks, and get this, and he goes on to say, in a lot of places, we couldn't start our motor for entangling of the propeller in the mass of pieces of rope and cables. That's an unheard of situation out in the ocean. If we did decide to start our motor, we couldn't do it at night at all, only in the daytime with a lookout on the bow, watching for rubbish. On the bow, in the waters above Hawaii, we could see right down into the depths. I could see that the debris isn't just on the surface. It's all the way down. And it's of all sizes, from soft drink bottles to pieces and sizes of a big car or truck. What? We saw a factory chimney sticking out of the water with some kind of boiler thing still attached below the surface. We were weaving around these pieces of debris. It was like sailing through a garbage pit. Are you serious? Are you serious? The ocean is dying. The land is greatly polluted. The waters are polluted. The Bible told us that the day would come when the land would be greatly polluted in the book of Hosea. I'm telling you, folks, we are living in the days that the Bible warned us would come, as great earthquakes, tsunamis, meteorites, plagues, poisons, and the water would become like wormwood. Now, I know this isn't the wormwood spoken of directly in Revelation. We haven't seen that. We haven't had that massive mountain like burning like a lamp, a big mountain burning, crash into the earth, a meteorite or a comet or something. But certainly, we can't deny that the nuclear waste, the nuclear reaction, the melting down of these nuclear reactors in Japan. Remember, folks, this earthquake was the 5th largest earthquake in the recorded history of the world at 8.9. It literally shook the ground of Tokyo for 6 minutes. Then, a half hour later, a tsunami come roaring ashore, so forceful, so strong, that it moved the island of Japan 8 feet, according to the GPS, and came inland with a surge of flooding water 6 miles. So it shook the ground for 6 minutes. Water came inland 6 miles, and it left at Fukushima 6 nuclear power reactors melting down with the worst of the... This thing is... It's 1,000 times worse than Chernobyl, and nobody's talking about it. We ought to bury this thing. We ought to bury this entire plant. We ought to bury this thing in charcoal and sand and bury it. Pray for the people that live in Japan. Pray for the people in Hawaii. Pray for the people that live all the way up and down the California coast as this radiated, polluted waters continues to dissipate, if you will, as it begins to spread across the ocean. The ocean, the beautiful Pacific Ocean, is dying.